Want to help you get better at Repo, so let's talk about the Reaper. The Reaper has 250 HP, requires 9 strength to pick up, and does 10 damage per attack. Now you may know this enemy as the Scarecrow, or the Reaper, or that absolute bitch, depending on where you encounter them. The Reaper is a basic patrolling enemy, and when it sees you, it will start wildly swinging its sword arms at you in an attempt to kill you. What makes this enemy particularly difficult is that it is relentless in its pursuit of you once it sees you if you don't break line of sight, and while it's swinging its swords, they're actually deflecting things that you might try to hit them with. For example, maybe you have a medium-sized object like the clown doll and you want to knock them down. Well, that's just fine if you hit them from the back or the side so they don't know you're coming, but if you attempt to use that when they're charging you swinging their swords, they will deflect it or destroy the item and you'll just die. Also, if you're going to try to hit the Wraith with an item, don't swing it left, right, up, or down with your mouse. Pull the item in and push it away from you with pull and push. It is much easier to control the swing of the item if you're just pulling it in and pushing it away, and it'll do the exact same damage that trying to swing wildly will do. If you just rebind your pull and push keys to something like Q and E instead of your scroll, it's much easier just to hold it down to pull and then push it out. And again, you have the same damage and the same effect knocking it down. The best thing you can do if the Reaper sees you is just to break line of sight and get under cover. But be aware, if the Reaper sees you get under that cover, it will tilt its head to the side and try to swipe you from underneath, and that attack also does 10 damage. It attacks very quickly, so the possibility of going from 100 to 0 in just a couple seconds are very real, so be careful. A couple of fun things you can do if you find yourself with a Reaper that you need to get rid of, you can attach either a zero gravity drone or a roll drone to it for various hilarious effects. Obviously, attaching the roll drone to the Reaper just makes it roll around and take damage, but it does get it out of your way. The zero gravity drone will allow you to just pick up and slam the monster repeatedly even if you didn't have the required strength. But it will use the full charge of your drones on the enemy, and so you have to weigh the pros and cons. Lastly, my personal favorite way to deal with the Wraith, and this is what I recommend most people do, just drop a piano on it. It's super effective against them and any other monster you're dealing with. I hope that helps you deal with the Wraith a little bit better. If you have questions about other monsters, please leave them down in the comments, and if you have any tips on the Wraith, please also leave those in the comments. They're very helpful for everyone else. I'll see you next time in the next video.